Hi, this is a brief lesson on how you might outline your essay and how to manage your time over the 3 days of the final exam weekend. So, outlining. I suggest the the traditional 5 paragraph essay model, where you have an introduction and you have 3 body paragraphs of analysis that defend your thesis statement or prove your thesis statement as correct, and then a conclusion. So, in the introduction, you want to have a strong opening and end on a thesis statement. So something that gives me a clue in terms of what your position is and what you'll be writing. Okay. So the second paragraph, you'll be using analysis with support from Disobedience as a Psychological and Moral Problem by Eric Fromm. So I suggest that you have at least 2 quotes, okay, for this paragraph, for this analysis. Okay. Your third paragraph is analysis with support from The Case for Black Joy by Hadia Roderique. And again, at least 2 quotes um, from the text. And here, for the fourth paragraph, third body paragraph, you can use analysis with support from excuse me, either from or Roderick or both, or you can use something from personal experience, which is always a nice inclusion to just see how you're making the connections to your own personal experiences. And then the fifth paragraph is the conclusion. Okay, so insight, as always. So I want to say that for the body paragraphs, for paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, the ones with analysis, this could be 1 to 2 paragraphs each, okay? But at least 3 points over 6 paragraphs, okay? And if you do decide to go over 1 paragraph, it's best to make sure that you're then writing 2 paragraphs for each of your points, 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So, ways to manage your time over the 3 days. So, traditionally, the way this has been done in the past is that you wrote it in class on the last day of class and you had 90 minutes. Okay, so this essay is possible to be completed in less than 2 hours. Okay, but if you want to take advantage of the 3 days, this is one way you could approach it. So, how you would manage your time over the 3 days. So, the first day, you would prepare for the essay. The second day, you would write the essay, and the third day, you would revise it. So on Saturday, December 11th, when it opens up, you would read the questions and make sure you understand them. Take 10 minutes, reread the question, 5 minutes, select a question to answer. That should be 5 minutes. You should start working on the thesis statement and the introduction, and that should take you about 15 minutes, and then an outline. And the outline is really important, right? So, again, the outline I think is a great stress management tool. It gives you a plan and a direction for your writing. And so that should be 30 to 45 minutes. So that's roughly 80 minutes, a little over an hour to prepare the essay. And on Sunday, you could take 60 minutes to write the essay. You have you have the outline already. You have your quotes. You have an idea of what how you want to connect everything. So that should roughly take about 60 minutes. It's not a long essay, right? So it's roughly 5 to 8 paragraphs, right? So, not too long of an essay, so it should take you about 60 minutes. And then on the final day, um, you want to do the revision. And so this is light revision, right? You don't want to go back and rewrite the whole essay. Now you're just looking for grammar, syntax, and sentence clarity. And so that should take you for a short essay like this about 10 minutes, maybe an hour. 10, 20, 30, if you want to spend a lot of time looking at your language. Um, you can. It's not something I would suggest because I think you start really scrutinizing your work and really kind of second guessing yourself. So I would leave the revision process to about 20 minutes at most. You want the deadline to submit the essay is 11:59 p.m. on December 13th. Don't wait until then. Okay? So don't submit your essay later than 10 p.m. Okay? This is to prepare for any tech issues with submitting your essay. So say you start to submit your essay and there's an error notice, take a screenshot of that and email me. But again, there might be technical issues on your end and not on Blackboard's end. To prepare for that, don't try to submit it by 10 p.m. on Monday, December 13th. So if you wanted to just take a day, you have other finals you want to work on, you could, again, the tradition of this has been a 90-minute essay. But in less than 2 hours, if you want to write it, you can do it this way. So in the first hour, you would brainstorm an outline for 15, 20 minutes. And hour 20, you would write for 55 to 60 minutes. In the second hour, you would reread with the mild revision, right? So not changing concepts or ideas, you're just looking at sentences, sentence clarity, grammar, and syntax. That should be about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you would complete it and submit it. Okay, so that is a suggestion of time for your day of writing for the final essay exam. Okay, so let me just go over this again. So on December 11th, if you're planning on doing it over 3 days, you want to prepare for the essay on the 11th, and that's looking for quotes, figuring out your thesis statement. You're writing the essay on the 12th, and then you're doing some revision on the 13th, mild revision, looking at sentence syntax and grammar and sentence clarity. And if you were to do it in one day, you could do this 90-minute time management suggestions where you spend 15, 20 minutes brainstorming and outlining, and then another 55 to 60 minutes writing, and then revision for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you would submit it. Okay, so depending on where you are and what you need, those are two ways you might approach planning for the final essay exam.